not a main video. I just been dying to do that for so long. Man, the whole past 2 weeks, I haven't been saying nothing. I have been saying, all these comments, from Tennessee fans and other fan bases, I've been making, prediction video, but I ain't been talking junk. I just spit facts of like, oh, this and that, suppose Tennessee do this and you gotta, I ain't even saying, oh, Georgia by 30, all past 2 weeks, man, all I've been saying, ever since the Alabama game, all I've been seeing is Vols by 21, Vols by 30, oh, Georgia don't have no offense, even though it's the second-ranked offense in the nation. You be like, oh, Georgia ain't play nobody. It's also, okay, Georgia ain't play nobody. That means clearly, we don't have to expose our offense as much. Like, we don't really have to do much if we ain't playing nobody. Oh, Georgia ain't played. Georgia defense is inflated. Oregon is balling right now. That was in Atlanta. When we played this championship game, basically a home game for us. Yes, Bo Nix didn't play as bad. Like, that interception by Malachi Starks dictated how the game gonna go. Dude made an acrobatic interception. I already know it's gonna be a bad day. And Georgia scored 7 out of 7 drive. Either way, and Oregon got better and better. Oregon is a good team. A playoff caliber team, I don't even know. Who is a playoff caliber team right now? Alabama just lost. If Michigan and Oregon play, I wouldn't say, a neutral say. I honestly don't know who will win that game because, Bo Nix is playing better than J.J. McCarthy. You feel me? So, Oregon is a playoff team now. With Alabama in the race, I wouldn't say they wouldn't, but now they is. Either way, so Oregon will be ranked possibly 6th now, with Alabama losing. Either way, past 2-3 weeks, ever since the Alabama game, I'm put like this. Tennessee fans been talking crazy. Oh, we did this to Alabama. We dropped this many points on Alabama. We're going to do the same in Georgia. We're going to be 51-24. It's going to be 45-10. It's going to be 42-13. All I've been saying, Stetson Bennett going to fold. Georgia has no offense. Georgia defense is frauds. Georgia's going to get embarrassed. Vols going to do this. Vols going to do that. And all I've been seeing is from these so-called sports now, how you stop Tennessee offense. And me, I fell to it too. I said Tennessee was going to score 33 points. I said Tennessee was going to find a way to get theirs. And I did the same thing for Oregon. Because I try to be fair. I'm not trying not to be delusional. I actually try to talk good football. Cause I seen y'all like, man, Tennessee offense, man. I said 48-33. I did. And I also, and they did say it was gonna rain a little bit. It had a slight chance of rain, So I didn't think it was gonna actually rain though. I thought it was gonna be after the game or like slightly before. So. And you can say, oh, Tennessee, this, that. Georgia was dominating the first half. It wasn't raining in the first half. It was a little mist or whatever, but it wasn't raining that. And so the rain didn't help Tennessee because they was already down. Tennessee was down multiple. The game was basically over in the first half. Well, it was hard to come back. I ain't gonna say it's over because Georgia could turn the ball over 2 or 3 times in a row. But it was put out, it was basically in Georgia's control. Georgia had like a 90% chance in the first half to win, and the rain didn't help Tennessee to get back in the game. But the rain also didn't help Georgia to put up more points. You feel me? Like, the rain didn't help Georgia to put up 40 points. Tennessee knew was going to run the ball. Then we fumbled the ball. And, Tennessee making it, no excuse. Georgia fumbled the ball. Dejounte was fumbling the ball. First possession, we moving down the field, he fumbled the ball. That was Tennessee's chance to strike for that so elite offense that Georgia nobody can stop. That was their chance to take the game from Georgia right then and go up 7-0. Instead, they could kick the field goal 3-0. And like I said, Aaron Smith, the fastest wide receiver in college football, you know. And he playing most snaps. You know, he ain't play as much as I wanted him to, but he did good. I mean, he could have had, you know, he dropped one pass, you know, late in the game. You know, that was tough. And I wish he would have caught it. But either what it is, you know, he getting his feet wet. You know, no pun intended. You know, caught a big play. You know, and Georgia scored. Come on, man. You feel me? And I told y'all this. I was like, Tennessee fans, y'all play Alabama at home. If y'all marched into Alabama in Tuscaloosa and did that, like I said, you feel me? I would have been like, man, GG. Instead, y'all play this Alabama team who is out the playoffs right now, who officially out the playoffs. You know, I try not, you know, because every team different, you know, and every game different. You know, just have an off day or whatever. Like I predicted Tennessee to have an off day, you know. Either way, I was like, everybody was like, oh, well, Alabama this, Alabama that. This is going to be Alabama best team under Nick Saban. Ohio State is going to be Ohio State National Championship. Alabama and Ohio State by far the best two teams and all this, you know. And the fast forward season, Georgia's 8-0. Georgia is 8-0 in November. First week in November. Georgia haven't lost a game. And still we get disrespected and put third behind Ohio State and Tennessee. How you think that was gonna make Georgia fans feel? And definitely the team. Then you come to Athens. You come too doggone Athens. I don't cuss in my videos like Uncle Luke. You know, I try to keep my videos clean. You know, so everybody can watch, you know. So, if you know, I don't cuss. You know, I just keep it real. But you crazy as I don't know what. I thought you was gonna come to Athens after Georgia got disrespected all off season and during the season, and the week before, and the week you come into Athens, and then all college game day cast beside Bell Smart, Bell the main one, you know, Bell, like he had Georgia beating Michigan. He thought Georgia was gonna cover versus Michigan. You know, Bell, you know, the dude with the glasses or whatever. You know, they be, you know, whatever, the little chubby dude, whatever. You know, it was David Pollock and Bell chose Georgia. As I predicted, and I told people who I be testing on Instagram, I like, what you gonna see? You gonna see Desmond Howard choose Tennessee, and you gonna see Kirk Herbstreit choose Tennessee, as I predicted, and I'll be dog. They did. They chose Tennessee, as I knew they was, because for some reason they go against Georgia every time. Just like, you know, last season, they said, oh, Michigan, it's gonna be Michigan, you know, beating Georgia. And of course, they're gonna choose Michigan. But, you know, Kirk Herbstreit chose Michigan. You know, last season, they chose Arkansas. Dez chose Arkansas. I think Kirk Herbstreit chose Arkansas, too, to beat Georgia. You know, I think, Dez chose Clemson to beat Georgia. Either way, Desmond, he a clown. He a clown. You know, he had, Baylor, Pittsburgh, Michigan, and Texas A&M making the playoffs. Dude a clown. You know, everything he says is funny to me. You know, either way, and then, you know, Pat and Fee, he had Tennessee. He chose Georgia fan, you know, sang the song. And he was like, oh, Tennessee gonna win the game. You know, like I say, all these teams, you know, quarterback only do so much. I like offense. You know, I tell Ohio State fan, I like, man, your offense can only do so much. Eventually, your offense gonna have an off day. You know. And I told Tennessee fans, I was like, y'all play a good game versus Alabama. You know, I was like, don't let the Alabama game fool you and just automatically think you're going to do this in the Georgia game. I'm like, you had home field advantage. Decimal level was like 125. I think they said the decimal level at Georgia today was 130. I don't even know if it's true. I seen someone say 132.4 or something, 130. Either way, the game was live. Tennessee fans were like, oh, the crowd noise don't affect Tennessee offense. Y'all struggled playing at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh hold not 68,000. It is nowhere near as good of a team as Georgia is, dog. You thought going into Athens with Georgia, everybody thought Georgia was gonna lose. Besides Vegas, and Vegas won a lot of money. A lot of people bet against Tennessee. Bet for Tennessee, but 8 point. And Vegas took all y'all money. Vegas took y'all money and said, how dumb are you to think Georgia, the reigning champs, playing at home, then being disrespected all year, all off season. Georgia can't do this, Georgia can't do that. Georgia ain't play nobody. Georgia had no offense. Georgia's defense struggled. Georgia defense struggled versus Missouri and Kent State. Cecily Bennett ain't good. Georgia. Jordan Rogers said somebody Georgia don't have no talent. The Crane Company show, whatever, he came on there and said Georgia had no talent. Mind you, Georgia dominated Tennessee. And also, I'm gonna put it like this, it was two. Hey, Georgia got cheated though. At the same time, that was a safety. That was a safety. The dude fumbled the ball. Safety. Although I know it was 2 or 3 throws where Henry Hooker missed. If he was pressured though, one of the throws he wasn't pressured. But it was some plays. Taki Smith, he got toasted. Chris Smith got toasted. And I think Kamari Lester, he got toasted by Fant. But at the same time, Taki Smith, he definitely got toasted. And Chris Smith got toasted. At the same, but at the same time, you getting pressure. That's the whole point. You're getting pressure on the quarterback. Make him throw an error throw. Make him make a tight window throw. But at the same time, you think, because like I said, Bryce Young, same thing happened. Wide receivers got open. Bryce Young just missed the throw. That's all part of pressure. See, the same thing with C.J. Stroud. Wide receivers be open, and he just missed the throw. Same thing you see in NFL. So and Stetson Bennett didn't have a best day either. He missed some balls too, throwing behind wide receivers. So it was if Henry Hooker had a better day. Like I said, he never played at Georgia. He never played at Athens Stadium before. This the role game to play at Georgia. You feel me? The state said Georgia might not make the playoffs if they lose this game at home. Georgia Athens was gonna be rocking, man. And like I say, Henry Hooker didn't have his best day. Like I said, if it was in Neyland, whatever you say, or a neutral site, I would lean towards Tennessee. He didn't have a best day. Cedric Tillman, he was supposed to have 200 yards again versus Georgia today. But Keely Ringo, he didn't have a best day. Like I said, Keely Ringo, he'll be a good safety. Maybe this build confidence up. He didn't have his best day. We need him to step up. Be what it is though. Malachi Starks had a good day. Javon Bullard had a fantastic day. Reminds you, Georgia had 6 sacks. Tennessee had 0. This Tennessee defense is supposed to be nasty. Supposed to get after Georgia's quarterback. Supposed to be all up in his face. I told y'all, man. Crowd noise is a big difference, man. When you got the crowd on your side, it slows down the other team offense, definitely the offensive line. At split second, your quarterback getting pressured. Y'all didn't have that, Tennessee fans. Versus Alabama, y'all did. And LSU did the same thing. Alabama, they had a crowd noise, and Bryce Young got pressured a lot. Tennessee is supposed to have this high-power offense. Supposed to drop 40 points. I gave y'all 33. I said 33. And y'all didn't even score 20. So, and guess what? On top of this, Georgia didn't have Nolan Smith. All this about, Georgia the last in sack. Georgia only had 10 sacks for the season. I told y'all, Georgia was getting pressure on the quarterbacks. They just didn't secure the tackle. That's part of the sack, though. You got to secure the tackle, though. stop him from making a throw. But Henry Hooker got sacked 6 times, the most he been sacked all year. I think he said he had 33 pressures all year. 33 pressures through 8 games. Guess what? He had 20 pressures versus Georgia. That's like 65% of his pressures versus in one game that he had all year. So guess what, man? Don't disrespect the dogs no more. We already been disrespected, but don't y'all disrespect them. No other fan base. If you play Ohio State, I want Ohio State and LSU head so bad. LSU coming. Ohio State fans, y'all been giving me, you know what, the past, ever since I started this YouTube and Instagram, man. You know, and many sports, I'm gonna make a video on them. But my $50, hey, you feel me? I got a bet with Jacksonville. You know, the wide receiver, Ohio State, the wide receiver, ex-coach, whatever you want to call it. You know, I'm gonna talk Johnson. You know, we gotta play Mississippi State. You know, if we beat Mississippi State, it's officially. I mean, I doubt we lose to Georgia Tech and get Kentucky. You know, either way, Tennessee fans, check in, please. Don't ghost me like Michigan fans did. Don't ghost me. Please text me. Yeah, they ain't replying back to me already. I mean, you probably you're not gonna see this video. You're gonna delete your Instagram. You're gonna delete your YouTube. You know, and go back to, you know, instead of Vols fan 95, you're gonna go back to Tom Wright. You're gonna go back to that account. You know, you're not gonna go back to GBO Vols 3500. You're not gonna go back to that account no more. You're gonna go to Bill Carpenter and act like you would never say nothing. You know, like I said, Nolan Smith is out for the season. We had to play somebody else. You know what? Robert Beal left the game with a neck injury. Had to play somebody else. A.D. Mitchell, he didn't even play. A.D. Mitchell didn't even play. Had to go to somebody else. So guess what, man? This Georgia team can be better. Tennessee was more healthy than Georgia was. Let that sink in. Tennessee was more healthier than Georgia was. And Georgia embarrassed them. That's all I'm gonna say, man. But that was just my rant. I gotta get some games, man. It's like, man, it's already late. I don't even know if I'm gonna get the record. I'm just doing little reps. So, but that was my Tennessee fans rant. You know, y'all was very disrespectful, man. I'm ashamed. I know how Tennessee fans get, you know, cause y'all was talking that joint last season, but this season, that 8-0 and y'all beat Alabama, that took y'all way up a notch. And I know fans could be delusional, as Florida fans is, you know, and Michigan fans is, and was. You know, Alabama fans, of course. I mean, they got that right, because they been smacking us around, you know, the past 15 years. You know, and LSU fans might be the same. I mean, but they get that because they've been smacking us around the past 10 years as well. But I'm expecting from LSU fans, you know, they deserve it. I mean, they beat Alabama. They probably gonna be the same way y'all was. I mean, but for Tennessee fans, we've been smacking y'all around the past 10 years. And y'all had this noise talk, all this crazy talk the past few weeks. Come on. Don't run for me. Take it like a man. Take it like a man like y'all team did today. Tennessee fans, please check in with me. Please, I'm here. I will reply like I did when y'all was talking junk. Come on. Dog fans, baby, let's go, man. Dog fans, let's go. And guess what? Atlanta Falcons first in the division.